Well, guys, it's Tuesday. It's what day? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Day four of our what do you call it? Lockdown of Disneyland being closed since Saturday. But more importantly, day four of sort of the whole world going on lockdown. The United States anyway, our world. Haven't really talked about the state of things really, other than what we did in the live stream on Fresh Baked. And so I thought I would talk to you guys directly a little bit about what's going on with our lives personally, and maybe try to, I don't know, share some positivity or some hope, hopefully, if we can get to it, or at least just have a friendly face that you can talk to about, because when you're in self-isolation, I have found personally that it's comforting to talk to people or to see other people living their lives apart from what's happening within our own doors. It's just, I should say, you know what, let me back that up. I am definitely happier. I have found myself to be more happy and more optimistic and more hopeful when I'm at home with my family, even though it's just the four of us and we're kind of in that self-isolation. I do find myself to be more happy in that case than when I go outside. I've been outside, out in the world a few times in the last week, mostly just to do some shopping. I have not done any kind of social situation for, gosh, since Disneyland Saturday, the week before. Was that the last time that I've done anything? Wow. So I only go out to get stuff, to get supplies. I've been out shopping a few times to go, to stock up on some groceries, because we plan on not going out and eating out. So we got to make sure we have enough food in the house to eat a bunch of meals. I digress. When I'm out, I was at Walmart. That is the most, sorry, my window looks outside. Walmart was the most depressing, scared place that I've been, that I can remember being in a very long time. I did not like being at Walmart one bit. It made Liz very anxious and nervous. Just a bad energy in there. Bad energy. Target was a little better. Stater Brothers, where we do our grocery shopping, was a little better. But it's just still, there's not a lot of joy out there. There's just not a lot of joy. And for good reason, obviously. It's not like I'm asking for it. I'm just saying it doesn't make me feel better going outside. Some folks like, I want to live my life. You see these guys. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. When I see these reports of governors or mayors telling their constituents, the people that live in their towns, if you want to go to Bob Evans, go to Bob Evans. I mean, are you out of your frickin' mind? Are you out of your mind? Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm doing this too much, but I would not be going to Bob Evans right now. And that dude is crazy town. The people at Clearwater Beach, by the way, don't blame Florida. Don't blame Clearwater. Blame spring breakers for that. And I like to think everything's going to be fine. We're going to get through it. Everything's going to be fine. But what? I mean, you're really thinking everything's going to be fine when you do that. Anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent, because people are going to live their lives. What am I going to do? This is my choice. This is how I am reacting to it. You do you. But I mean, I'll have to say, one of the things that I was happy to see, was it Tuesday? 2 days ago? 2 days ago, when the president went on the air and he said it's bad. Okay, don't take that the wrong way. Well, he said it's bad. This is something that we need to address. National emergency. Could be, August or July or August before we get through this. And believe it or not, that comforted me. That made me feel better. Him saying that, telling the truth is so critical to everybody to calming people down and setting expectations. When they start telling us not to worry, to go do all these things, I just know that's because they want to keep things going. They want to try to stimulate the economy. And it's been reported, they don't want anybody to panic, which I get. Telling people that things are bad and that it could be July or August, their fear was that it would tank the stock market. But the stock market was going to tank anyway. It did tank anyway. So just tell us the truth. And when finally I was like, thank you for saying that, because now we can all get on with not pretending. You know what I mean? Now it feels good that at least, they're even July, August. Give me a goal. Give me something to search for. Give me something that I can plan for, and I'm okay. I don't know about you, but that helped me a lot. Them being honest about it. Hopefully, they were being honest about it. There was actually another thing that was a bit of honesty that I enjoyed. There was, I don't know if you heard about this thing at Goldman Sachs, which is a big bank out in New York, and they control a lot of money. And they're having their own private meetings. And when bankers start talking about money privately, that's going to be an honest, realistic conversation, in my opinion, because, it's important to them that the money gets handled, right? So they're talking about 50% of people getting it over the next year or so. And that's with social distancing. The way I see it is, if it's anywhere near a common cold or a flu in terms of how often you get it or how susceptible you are, I get it once a year. I get a cold probably once a year. I don't know if that's normal. They're saying maybe 2 times a year, maybe more, I don't know. But even if I get a cold once a year, then that means I am a cold, mind you, not the flu. I think the flu I don't get every year. I get a flu maybe every couple years, but I get a common cold, once a year. So that scans, 50%, because if we're all at once a year, then if we keep our distance, maybe we cut that in half. So that's why I'm saying only half the people would get it, but that's a lot of people. Half the people, that's a lot. But again, the honesty helps keep me grounded. Other things that they said was that it feels to them in terms of how the market's going to react. They feel like the banks are predicting that the market will fully recover before the end of the year, which that's optimistic, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. It rebounded today. You know what, this is what I get. Okay, so you watch these stocks, lies, stocks crash, right? Lies, stocks crash. The president says, we're going to stimulate this, and then he tells a little truth here. And the stocks went back today. They're rebounding. They're rebounding a little bit today. So maybe it's possible. But they feel like, as long as we feel like there is a way through it, and it's not, it's not the apocalypse. It's not, the next coming. I go outside. I kid you not, and all I can think about is The Walking Dead and the Living Dead movies. And I know it's not the same thing because that's a different situation altogether, but there's an eeriness to the outside world. I walked out to take Sophia for a walk today in a stroller, and a gate to somebody's house, to their backyard, was open, and it made me think of a scene from a Living Dead movie where that gate shouldn't be open, and it's open because somebody wasn't alive to close it. I know that's where my head's at. I was like, I got that feeling right now. So knowing that we're not in an apocalypse, that we are going to, everything is going to come through, and we just have to take care, is comforting. What worries me the most now I'm worried about the health of people, absolutely. But what worries me the most is, how are people getting on? How are people surviving financially? Liz lost her job. I don't know if it's permanent or not, but they're closed indefinitely. And I can't imagine her trying to go out and join the workforce again. Like, who goes out? Can you imagine looking for a job right now? Oh, okay. But there's a lot of people who financially are going to be affected by this because they can't go to work. They work at restaurants. They work at, offices or whatever that aren't staying open. They work at the mall. Okay, so place for people who do the movie theaters. I feel really bad. I feel deeply for those folks who are struggling, who are about to struggle, and who I don't know how. What are they going to do? I mean, I'm grateful as hell that I work from home, and that the people who I do business with also can work from home. So we haven't felt any kind of slowness here. I get to go to work every day. I'm working right now, actually. but I get to participate in my normal work life. Hopefully that stays the same. I can absorb financially. We can absorb losing Liz's job. I mean, we'll have to go into savings a little bit, but we can absorb that. And I can absorb even Fresh Baked going offline for a little while. Not permanently, but that was a significant part of our income. We can't support ourselves completely on just my work income though. So that kind of, it is worrisome, but hopefully we can find ways to sort of, I don't know, make up for it, maybe put things off. I'm wondering, actually, is it possible are there any economists out there? I would love to hear from some economists. Is there a way to pause rent or to pause a mortgage? Can they do that? Would they do that? Would the banks do that? If you had to show, maybe if you had to show, that you were, what do they call that? I forget what the word is, but you have to show them that you are not able to pay. I have to think that because they don't want to foreclose on people in the middle of all this, right? They're not going to do that. They're not going to evict people over this, right? So I guess in a way they kind of, whether or not they want to pause it, they may have to, because if I can't pay rent, I can't pay rent. Do what you like. But would they really go so far as to start evicting or foreclosing on people? God, I wonder. That's just the things I worry about you folks. I do. I worry about you guys. Just will you have enough? They're talking about a stimulus package of $500 a month or even $1,000. Mitt Romney was talking about $1,000 a month. That's very nice, but really, can you get by on $1,000 a month? I can't. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I will accept it if you offer it, but I cannot. My mortgage is triple that. So, luckily, like I said, I'm working, but I don't know how people are going to pay rent. I really don't. $500 a month? That's assuming, I guess that's just for groceries and necessities that you can't buy anyway because there's no toilet paper or Clorox wipes or lots of things that you still can't get. They do restock the shelves, guys, though. Don't think like if you go there, everything's gone today. It'll stay gone forever. Come back, tomorrow or the next day. They do get new shipments every couple of days. That's the way I understand it. I think Liz went to CVS tonight or this afternoon, and she said they get a shipment in tonight of stuff. Now, they're going to keep some of that. That's such a rambling conversation, but I don't know if this helps. They keep some of that stuff behind the counters. You have to ask for it. If they put that out on I don't know what would happen if they tried to put that out on the floor. What else? One of the things that I wanted to make sure that I said to you guys, if you're still watching after, I don't know, for 15 minutes, if you're still with me, is that I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I love you guys. I miss making shows for you. I miss making you happy. And I don't know if this is the kind of stuff that's going to make you happy or if it's, making people happy right now seems important, but it's hard. It is hard to it's like, I'm going to write something that's effervescent about the Disney company. How do you do that? How do you I put out those 2 reviews. I've got another Disneyland video that I still haven't put out because I can't bring myself to do it because it doesn't feel, it feels like I'm trying too hard or something. I don't know I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but like, is this what you want right now? Maybe it is, I don't know. You tell me what you want maybe. On that note, we have a couple shows coming up that we're working on for the Dorks video, or for the Dorks channel, for this channel, about the house, and we might be doing a St. Paddy's Day night. We watch The Departed, have some food. I don't know. Who knows? We'll have the game nights or something like that. But I want to bring you guys in to those episodes if I can. I don't know if you watch Derek Gerard. He does a lot of videos where he's not in control of the things he does. He leaves it up to other people. And I'm thinking that might be something fun to do. Not necessarily, eating necessarily, but just challenges or putting you in charge of like what I watch or, here's the thing. Okay, we'll start with this. And I'll post another tweet out there or something on the Real Duke of Dork Twitter handle. Give me 5 movies, 5 terrible movies that I've never seen before, so I'll have to tell you if I've seen them or not. But the 5 worst movies that you could think of that you want to make me watch and then talk about. They could be Disney or otherwise, it doesn't matter. because I like watching bad movies, so hopefully I haven't seen them. And maybe, you know what, maybe I can even do like an audio commentary. I've got a commentary, I did a Frozen 2 audio commentary that I'm going to put up on this channel, you know, so that you can listen to me talk. I've never seen Frozen 2, and I just watched it the other day, and I recorded a commentary, so maybe we'll do something like that as well. But give us some comments on that, and then any other, you know, challenges or stuff like that that you feel like would be fun to see us do. We might be doing some more cooking videos, and like I said, gaming stuff maybe, I'm not sure. But I want to try to, you know, and another, oh, also, and then I do want to kind of maybe do a diary, a daily diary of, you know, dealing with the situation with the COVID-19, just where I'm at, where we're at, what's happening in the world today. So I think that's where we're going to wrap this conversation. I feel good for having been able to talk to you guys again, even if it's a one-way situation. Stay tuned on Fresh Baked. Also, though, I'm going to probably do some more live streaming than usual. I'm going to try to come up with some topics on Fresh Baked to, you know, just so we could talk about Disney stuff, and just for fun, nothing serious, but just things, you know, fun topics for live streams. And so stay tuned for that. So until then, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're, you know, keeping your social distance, but maintaining a positive spirit about that. Do your best to do that. Do your best to stay calm and to just take care of each other and take care of yourselves, and be kind when you are out there. A lot of tension, a lot of anxiety. I have been really impressed so far, really surprised by the level of fellowship that I've felt when I go out into the public and, you know, go shopping or whatever. The people are very cool, very patient, a little on edge. When I have struck up a couple conversations with folks. I even ran into a muffin at Stater Brothers in the middle in the middle of all this. I didn't know how to react. Hopefully I didn't seem, you know, because I was in a weird state I ran into a couple at the grocery store buying in the middle of, like, I think it was Sunday when the shelves were bare and the place was packed. Everybody getting as much stuff as they could get, and there was very little available. But I ran into a couple in Stater Brothers, and they said, "Hey, I love your show." And I tell you, I didn't know how to. Thank you very much. I did say thank you, and I appreciate that. And I smiled, and I was very friendly, of course. But it's just, I don't know how to accept that in this time. I don't know how to accept the kindness. Not kindness. You know what it is? Here's the best way I can make the comparison. When a football team loses an important game, right? And the expectation is that they're going to be very angry and upset and really down because they really wanted to win that game. But then you see some guys out there who are shaking hands with the other team, smiling, laughing after the game, you know, reacting in ways that you think are contrary to what you think you would do after losing an important game. That's how I feel. I don't want to be the guy out there smiling and acting like nothing's wrong. But I suppose I should. And it did make me happy. It did make me happy that they were happy. So that's what, you know what, we just be more of that, you know. So be kind to your fellow shoppers out there. Be understanding and be mindful and take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.